Welcome back to another episode of the China Podcast. We are here with Michael D. Tidwell. How are you, Mike?
Good. How you doing, Anna?
I'm good. We are back doing another episode. How does it feel?
Feels good. I'm invigorated. I'm ready to go.
I know, me too. It's been a
Yes,
while,
it has been a
guys.
while.
But, life happens.
Yeah.
But the important thing is that we are managing to stay consistent and we have a lot of great things to talk about today.
Yes, absolutely.
So, how's everything going? How's the fall weather? It's been treating you. What's up?
I love it. I love this time of year, just, getting bundled up, layering clothes and, getting the nice jackets out of the closet, getting the
Right?
dust off. So I love it. I love it. Love it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Is there anything new that's going on in your personal life? Anything that's happening?
School's been pretty steady. As far as like personal life, I'm going out a little bit more. I'm spending a lot more time with family these days, which is really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, and so yeah, just hanging out, doing my thing, so
I
just
feel
relaxing.
that. Feel like
Yeah,
you're focusing on the things that you need to focus on.
right,
So that's how I feel. Just been with my kids and just been focusing on the little things in life, that nourish you,
right.
take you to the next step.
It's kind of like a recharge type of
Right.
year,
That's how
type of
it,
period.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's what the fall season does for us.
right.
I think you can relate to that.
Yeah.
Before we get started, I know we want to talk about today your new single, which is
Yes.
going to be released on the 14th, correct? On the
It's
14th?
already
It's
released.
already released,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you have something special planned.
So many things
So
going on.
many
It's
things going
it's
on.
it's crazy. Yeah. The single released on the 30th of September.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can we talk about the meaning behind this episode?
Yeah, so yeah, the title of this episode is Arriving into Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. And I feel like it resonated really well just because of where I'm at in respect to the moves that I'm making with my music.
Hmm.
Becoming more consistent, kind of finding my own flow, so to speak.
Right.
Kind of making a tradition in some respect and respect of what I'm doing with my music, making sure that staying consistent with certain moves that I'm making. And it's been great, trying to take some time to celebrate, taking breaks from social media, just trying to like do what I can to be consistent as far as like the music goes and, taking time to celebrate and making those habits, you know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
that. I love
Yeah.
that. So I wanted to congratulate you for the new song. It's
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's very fall vibes,
Yes.
and it also gives. I always say this with your music. It's a form of meditation, and it gives you like the right time to reset and recharge. And that's what I liked about it. Like it's very calming and soothing at the same time, and it just makes you reflect on a lot of things.
That's right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. So, he already knows I'm crazy.
Right.
So also, Spotify added a new Michael D. Tidwell radio playlist.
Yeah, that
How
was
has that
exciting.
been?
Yeah, it's been great. So yeah, that happened about a week ago, and it was very all of a sudden. There's a thing called Spotify for Artists where it like shows you all the trajectories and all the different demographics and how your music is being reached out to people, and it also shows your different playlists and stuff like that. And just so happened to look at my profile,
Mhm,
scroll a little bit down,
mhm.
and I was just like, whoa, holy crap! There's a Michael D. Tidwell like radio station like public playlist sort of thing, and I was like, whoa, this is like so cool. So that kind of thing happens whenever you're hitting a certain trend with Spotify's algorithm.
Right.
Your streams are being consistently going on, and you're getting added to a lot of playlists. You're doing all the right things. And
Mhm.
so I feel like when that sort of thing happens, it's a very big moment for any recording artist, any musician.
Right.
So it was exciting. It was exciting to, get that poppin', and it showcases a lot of the different artists that I sound a lot like.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just really cool seeing some like familiar names and seeing some names that I didn't even like expect and didn't even know about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. It like shows and it updates on I'm not sure if it's like a daily basis or weekly basis. But it's really cool. I thought it was a really, really big honor, and it's exciting.
Excited. Yay.
Yeah.
And with this, I must have to think that you have to have a lot of discipline put
Yeah,
into this.
for
So
sure.
how has that helped you with your music creating process? Because I know we always touch base on this, but I
Yeah.
wanted to touch base on this specifically. What have you done specifically to get to your goals?
Yeah.
Because it takes a certain amount of discipline to get to where you are now.
It does. Yeah. Motivation has definitely been depleted from my vocabulary these days. And
Mhm,
I'm now more focused on the discipline aspect of life. You have to
mhm,
spend a certain amount of hours in doing what needs to be done and making things happen. But I started to do things a little by little,
mhm,
just making little strides and little steps every single day
right.
with what I was doing.
Mhm,
And I wasn't doing that before. I was most of the time doing everything in spurts and chunks at the moment if I felt motivated.
mhm,
And I felt like that really took away from the overall aspect and really the creativity of flow.
mhm,
Because, if I stepped away for a few days and went back to it, those feelings that I had maybe a few days ago might not even be there.
right.
And so I wanted to make little steps in recording one sound every single day,
Mhm,
no matter what the track is. And that honestly just projects things a little bit faster for me so where I can even be like months ahead of schedule.
right, right.
Yeah, so it's been really good. Most of the time it's been on the fly, but doing this consistent pattern little by little has
Has
been
helped you.
very much so.
Mm. What would you say the main inspiration has been behind creating Autumn and Ambience?
Yeah, yeah. This track had a lot of special meaning. I, really wanted to choose the best singer, the best reels, the best videos, the best vibes. Fall is very important. Fall is the season of change.
Right.
Everybody recognizes fall as the season of change, season of recharge, season of rejuvenation. Um,
Rebirth, you know?
Yes. And so this track had to be special. The vibe had to be just right. I had to choose the perfect sounds to go with the singer that I chose. And it turned out beautiful. I really wanted this to be one of my most powerful tracks. And the standard for this track is definitely, projecting some major hype into what's to be expected in December. And we'll definitely touch on that for sure, for sure.
Exciting
Yeah.
things. I've seen that you have done a lot of reels and short videos,
Yeah.
and they seem to be an important part of your profile. Can
Yeah.
you explain why that is?
Yeah, yeah. I want to get into motion pictures. I really want to be able to be in a position in life in the future to where I'm doing music for major motion picture films,
Mhm.
particularly horror movies. So I definitely wanted to get into that, but yeah, I want to do more of that stuff, and I feel like it's just really important to mesh the audio and the visual, especially with today's day and age.
Right.
People relate more. Pictures just don't do justice anymore. You have to incorporate Instagram reels, videos, short videos, anything that you can do to stand out.
Hmm.
And especially if you're trying to get into the motion picture world,
Right.
you have to blend your music with video, and it's just really good practice as well.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I love it. It's a
Been
it's a good
diving into
vibe.
that lately, and
Yeah,
it's been working out for you because I've seen it, and people are really into that stuff. It kind of like
yeah,
you be scrolling around and then you be seeing those nature videos with the
yes,
music in the background. It kind of like takes you to another world.
it does.
My favorite thing ever.
It does.
So I like that you're doing that.
Yeah, it kind of slows your life down.
Right?
A lot
A
of
lot of like
yeah.
scrolling and it just puts your life on pause for a second.
That's right. That's right.
And you did mention you love horror movies.
Yes.
Which films are your favorite?
My favorite is definitely the Halloween films, Michael Myers films.
Mhm.
I love those. They're my absolute favorite. The number one for me is I think it's the 2017 version.
Mm.
With it's like the Rob Zombie film. It was his first Halloween film,
Mm.
which was really cool. Or at least his take on it, and it is phenomenal. I think it's like the 2017
What do
version.
you like about it besides the effects and the music of it?
The
What do you like about it?
the feeling was definitely spot on. The creepy vibes, the intensity vibes, the kind of just the serial killer vibes.
Right.
That low burning intensity. I really really like that, and I try to incorporate a little bit of that with every single song that I do, is to try to create like not a scary vibe, but my music is very like low to medium tones,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's just kind of where my sweet spot is, rather than focusing on, the high pitched noises or anything like that. I love the low and mediums.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very
and
cool.
yeah, love it, all about it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, Halloween is just around the corner. Are you planning to release a Halloween single?
I am, yes. So, yeah, October 31st is, of course, Halloween, as we all know. Yeah, and the Halloween single that I'm going to be putting out is called "The Darkness from Within."
Mm.
It's already been uploaded. It's all ready to go.
Mhm.
And it's just going to be me alone on the track, but I have a very special mastering engineer that's played a part in it. His name is
Nice.
Benjamin Lincoln, who's been a very, very big support system for me, and has really just taken my music to the next level. So I really got to give him the biggest shout out.
Love that. Well,
Yeah.
shout out to him.
Yes.
So going back and speaking about Halloween,
Yeah.
horror movies and films, this time last year you were working on a big
Yeah.
project, Lost in the Woods, which we have talked about many times.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? What's the update on that?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm in process right now of rewriting the script.
Mm-hmm.
The music is all on standby. Everything is pretty much in pending right now, but
Mm-hmm.
everything is really now waiting on the script to be rewritten.
Mm-hmm.
The dates of filming are there. Everything's kind of been
Mm-hmm.
put in place, and yeah, we're just waiting for that script to be
How
rewritten.
has that been though? That thought process, has that been hard for you, given the events that have led to you having to pause that?
Yeah, it has in a way, you know, but just trying to make as good strides as I can.
Right.
I think just doing that same approach with my music and just tackling a little bit at a time.
Right.
I had to pretty much start completely over.
Right.
And so with that, it's one of those things where I have to do a little bit at a time. I feel like that's just going to be the most rewarding in the long run,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just like exerting a super big chunk at one time.
Right.
It's just going to kind of, I don't know, fluff the project. So I really want to be careful with what I do.
Right.
Um, and yeah, I want the effect to be there. So the script has got to be very carefully written, has to have a certain kind of emotion behind it. That kind of intensity that I'm talking about with my music and stuff, I really want to kind of incorporate that same element in there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so it's gonna be wild. So yeah,
Exciting
yes,
to
yes,
hear that
yes.
you are reviving that and you're not letting it completely go.
It's a passion project.
It's
It for sure is a passion project. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Something
Mhm.
that means a lot to me. But just
Right.
want it to be good. Want to be careful with it.
Mhm.
Very delicate with it. Don't want to do too
Right.
much. And yeah, it's a good time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any more releases coming out that you would like to share with us?
Yes.
The
Yes.
squeaky voice.
So I had to throw it in there.
That was not scripted.
No, it was not. Yeah, so Darkness from Within is going to be coming out October 31st, and which I'm going to be sharing the artwork and stuff like that very, very soon.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I am coming out with a Thanksgiving Day track. It's not Thanksgiving related,
Right, right.
but it definitely ties in with the season, especially with the weather changing. That's going to be called Andromeda of Alaska.
I love
Yes,
that.
yes. It's gonna be kind of like my first introduction into space ambient music.
Mm.
And so that's gonna be really poppin', and that's gonna be coming out Thanksgiving Day. But the biggest one that I'm very much excited about is called Wishes in Wonderland, and that's gonna be my Christmas Day track.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's always good to be thankful for something, which is those vibes are the ones that you going to be conveying on that, and definitely
Yeah.
Christmas time. It's a
Yeah.
special time of the year,
For
so
sure.
that's awesome. That
Yeah,
you
it's gonna be
have
cool.
like kind of like ending the season, with the right stuff.
Right,
I love
absolutely.
that.
I definitely wanna make it a habit to where I'm, like, releasing, on those important holidays, October, for Halloween, Thanksgiving Day, and
Right.
Christmas. I really
I
like
like that.
that.
I like that.
Yeah.
So your music seems to be evolving each single,
Yeah.
that comes out. And can you tell us what are your plans for 2023?
Ooh, 2023 is gonna be very special, so I am working on a new EP project, which
Mhm.
I'm very, very excited to, start showcasing to everybody about.
Mhm.
It's a space ambient project, so it's completely atmospheric, intergalactic. It's wild.
Like cosmic
Yeah,
vibes.
cosmic vibes. I'm working with 5 singers. You know, 4 are kind of all over the world, and 1 is local here in Houston, Texas. Yeah, so
Nice.
5 songs, 5 singers. It's gonna be off the
That's so
chain.
exciting.
The project is gonna be based around an astronaut that goes to a distant planet in search for intelligent life, and it showcases all the details and intricacies on the entire exploration process. You
Ooh.
know, from the night before all the way to, coming back and landing back in the US.
Hmm,
So it's gonna be a wild ride. So
interesting.
yes.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Since we're talking about your singers and, new people that you're going to be working with and all
Yeah.
of that, what artists are you listening to on a regular basis for inspiration?
Yeah, yeah. It's really quite a couple of them. And quite a couple of them are putting out a lot of new stuff. Oh my gosh, it seems like every week, which is insane.
Mhm.
Rutland, who I'm a really big fan of, he's a big ambient artist, which I really, really love his style. Aurora Sound is another big one, and a track that they did, I based it off of Wishes in Wonderland.
Mm.
So that's where I kind of came up with that inspiration. Um, Lounge and a few others. There's just like,
Lounge is a vibe.
yeah,
You had introduced me to that one. I was like,
yes,
vibe.
yes.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with us about your upcoming music?
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of really cool things coming at y'all.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2022 is finishing on a good note. 2023 is going to be wild.
Right.
I do have a special project that I'm going to be putting out in February. I can't say too much about it,
Right.
but it's featuring a really, really big artist, and I'm very humbled and excited for the opportunity. Have more public speakings coming out that's talking a little bit more about my music. I got
Right.
invited back to a local high school, which I'm really excited about.
Love
Yeah, just, continuing to grind, work on new stuff, reaching out to new singers for 2024's project. And I've already started to get some feedback there. I'm making a dark ambient, pretty much making the entire year like all dark ambient stuff.
Wow.
So definitely tapping into those like horror vibes, those low tones, medium tones that I really love.
That.
And it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be really sick.
I love that.
Yeah, same.
Going into your villain era there.
Yeah, right?
So, yeah, of course. I
Yes.
love it. I love
Yeah.
that. Also, what can you tell us that you've been doing on your free time? What have we been doing? Any shows? Have you watched any shows lately? Anything like that?
Man, I mean, now that we're talking about the whole like Halloween vibes and all the dark stuff,
Right?
yeah, I've really been into that Jeffrey Dahmer series. That was
Oh my god.
that was pretty
I
dope.
literally could not finish that. And
Yeah, it's
I can't. I just
disturbing.
can't, guys. I can't. Like it's just. I think I had to stop at the episode where like the 14-year-old.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I had to take a pause and a breather, and I don't know when I'm gonna go back and watch it. I maybe when Netflix says, "Oh, I'm about to delete it off of that." No, which I doubt it, because it's becoming more popular.
Right.
But yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
It's
cool. I like it just because, some of the stuff I could assume being very fictionalized, but
right.
it really targets, around the real things that happened. And
Yes.
I thought that was just really cool how there was like just like a live action, type of deal that took place that showcased all that type of stuff happening.
Yeah, like it
And
gives you a glimpse inside his mind and his
yeah,
heart. Yeah.
because I mean, like a lot of times with these serial killer things, they'll put out like a docu-series, a documentary series, and it's just like you get glimpses and pieces, you get some recordings, you get some pictures, and it's just not the same vibe. We want to see what's going on. Like we want to
Right.
be in that world.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really cool how they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
Peters did a good job with that. Like I feel like he should get an award for it. He really did
Absolutely.
convey those intense feelings.
For sure.
Oh wow. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it
What
is.
else have you been into? What else do you recommend?
I mean, that's pretty much been about it. I mean, I've seen some good movies lately. Lou was one of them. That was a pretty cool, intense action film. There's a few others. But yeah, I mean, nothing really crazy special. That the Jeffrey Dahmer series was
That's
definitely
the
like a
one that
highlight. Yeah. Yeah, that was really
I
cool.
cannot with you.
Love
You're
it. Love
crazy
it.
self.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael giving serial killer vibes.
Telling you, I mean, new Halloween movie is just around the corner, so I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We should definitely like do a haunted house experience.
Oh man, my friends are like they keep telling me to do it. I want to though. It's so
I
fun.
want to.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun. It's been a while because I think we could. I think last year I didn't go. Yeah, it's been a while.
I've never been to one. Isn't that
Wait,
crazy?
what?
I've never been to
You've
one.
never been to a haunted house
No,
before?
never.
Oh Lord.
I know.
We
I
need to
know.
go. We
Yeah.
have to. We
I'm down.
have to. How can you not? At least once in your lifetime experience.
I want to. I want to.
think
I
you
want to
wouldn't-
go with
I
people
think you
though.
wouldn't. I want. Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's better when you go with a whole bunch of group of people
Right.
because it's like you get the whole experience versus going with strangers. It's kind of like weird. Like, hi, how are you? Like, who are you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
going into this experience with me. Don't push me. Don't touch me.
Yeah, right.
But then your friends would be really the
You can't put them in front of you as you walk through the corridors and stuff.
don't do nothing to me.
Right?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely we need to do that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I know.
I did not know that about you.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What else? Oh, going back in time with the music stuff,
Yeah.
we will have more artists that you will be interviewing.
Yeah.
We're working on that on your new segment
Yeah.
of the China podcast,
Yep.
powered by music. We are going to be bringing a lot of talent. And
Yep.
also, like, if you are in the Houston area, if you're local and, you have talent, hit him up, hit up Michael. So
Yes.
we could interview you and kind of like shine the spotlight,
Yeah, for sure.
We love to get to know local artists, especially local artists, that
Yeah.
are trying to do their thing, and you can come down to the studio and we would have a good time.
Absolutely.
Just send him a message, and we are definitely open to interviewing people for sure.
100%.
Right?
Yep.
What else? What else should we talk about? There's lots to talk about, but at the same time, nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I do want to give a big shout out to the singer of Autumn and Ambiance, Laura Osensi.
She is amazing.
She's amazing. It was such a beautiful vibe going into the studio. It was just me and the engineer. His name is Chris Jordan, and he did a fantastic job in the
love
engineering.
Chris.
He's a great
Chris is
guy.
amazing, yes.
Awesome. And yeah, he's been doing some really crazy stuff. And he applied some things on Laura's voice that made her sound super intense, super wild. And yeah, Laura Osensi, like, she did such an amazing job. I reached out to her from a song that she did with Ivan Torrent, who I'm the biggest fan of, who I'd love to work with one day. Yeah, and she did a song, and it's my absolute favorite song that he's done. It's called Passage to Eden. And yeah, I listened to that song and I was just like, I have to reach out to this person. And yeah, Laura's voice is just like something I had to have. And I loved it. I loved it so much. She did such an amazing job.
We love her. She
Yeah.
She really did. I love what she has done, and
Yeah.
hopefully you guys can collab and do more collabs together, more
100%.
songs, more beautiful music.
100%.
And that's what I love about your music, and that you are very creative and you are
Thank
going
you.
to continue to doing amazing things.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you.
So thank you for today, letting us know what you've been up to,
Sure.
kind of talking about what you've been doing, and kind of like giving us a dab in your personal life. I know sometimes that cannot be easy, but I feel like you've done just so well.
Thank you.
Every time we've done these things this interviews, not things, sorry. It's just a type of day.
It's okay.
You've gotten better and better each
Thank you.
time.
I
How does that
appreciate
make
it.
you feel?
I feel good. I feel like I'm definitely stepping into a new version of myself. And it's very powerful.
I see that.
I love
seen
it.
that.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
feel like we've grown a lot,
For sure.
and especially you have grown a lot into getting more comfortable with getting to know yourself, but also through your music.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like you've evolved and you're continuing to evolve, and nothing but great things. I've always told you that.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
thank you for talking to me and giving us a glimpse on that. So to all the artists that you have worked with, they have done as an equal amazing job just as you,
Yes.
especially the women.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Michael, for joining us.
You're welcome, Anna. Thank you for having me.
Until next time, guys.